It's so obvious. I'm your number one. Let's talk about Von Dutch.
Buckle up for Von Dutch. Charli XCX is taking us on a ride, weaving together references to a fashion brand and a legendary motorcycle mechanic in this intriguing track. The title itself conjures up images of style, speed, and perhaps a hint of rebellion. As we dive into the lyrics and melody, let's keep our eyes peeled for clues about the connections Charli XCX is making and the themes she's exploring. Arturo, what are your initial impressions of Von Dutch?
Well, first of all, I love the title of this song because, it's a throwback to Von Dutch, like you said, the fashion brand that was just so iconic during like the early 2000s. I think everyone recognizes the trucker hat with the Von Dutch logo on it. And I love that she uses that to symbolize how she herself is this kind of cult classic, right? Which the Von Dutch brand is, and it's now returning to become, right? A lot of people are starting to wear it again, even though it kind of lost popularity after the early 2000s. But she's using it really as this vehicle to tell her story.
It's so interesting how Charli XCX draws on the Von Dutch fashion brand's history and its cultural significance in the early 2000s to make a statement about her own place in the music industry, Arturo. The parallels are fascinating. Like Von Dutch, she's become a cult classic and is experiencing a resurgence in popularity. And just as the brand attracted celebrities and icons, Charli XCX has also made a name for herself by collaborating with big names in the music world. It's a clever way to connect her own journey to a larger cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, and I love that she uses the lyrics like, yeah, I know your little secret, put your hands up. It's so obvious that I'm your number one. Life, Von Dutch, cult classic in your eardrums. It's like alluding to the fact that like for some people, she might have been like their best kept secret, but like guess what? It's not a secret anymore because she's coming out and saying that, hey, she's owning that number one spot. And you should be proud to be listening to our favorite Charli XCX, just like you should be proud to be wearing Von Dutch on your head. I think it's such a clever way of really kind of jumping into that that energy of just owning your power.
You're absolutely right, Arturo. The lyrics in Von Dutch are dripping with confidence and self-assuredness. As Charli XCX unabashedly declares that she's the number one life bond Dutch cult classic in your eardrums, it's a bold statement that not only asserts her place in the industry, but also challenges listeners to embrace their love for her music, just as they might proudly sport a Von Dutch hat. It's a brilliant way of connecting her personal journey with the broader cultural landscape, and it really speaks to her ingenuity as an artist.
Completely. And I just love how she's really just taking us on a journey on this album, right? She goes from being super vulnerable and, getting into kind of this self-introspective kind of view through these emotional ballads to then giving us these like power anthems that just summarize like her energy that she's feeling now and today, right? And really stepping into her spotlight. So I'm glad that we have this track. And I think on that note, let's go ahead and wrap it up, Pi, and let our listeners go ahead and take a listen. So do you want to wrap us up and close us out for this episode?
Let's seal the deal, Arturo. Charli XCX has taken us on quite the journey through Brat, and Von Dutch is a testament to her ability to blend vulnerability, introspection, and empowerment into a single album. As we wrap up this episode, I encourage all of you to give Von Dutch a listen and soak in its unapologetic energy and the parallels it draws between Charli XCX's personal growth and the cultural significance of the Von Dutch brand. Keep those minds open, those ears tuned, and those spirits high as we continue to explore the depths of Brat. Stay tuned.
It's okay to just admit that you're jealous of me. Yeah, I heard you talk about me, that's the word on the street. You're obsessed and just confess it, put your hands up. It's obvious I'm your number one. It's alright to just admit that I'm the fantasy. You're obsessed and just confess it, 'cause it's obvious I'm your number one. I'm your Bye.